All right, Sarah Adams, one of my favorite conspiracy theorists. I actually enjoy her content a lot. Not like a super fan nerd or fanboy or whatever, but I like how she explains things in layman's terms, right? Very complex stuff that have to do with tactics and in the intelligence world, how she explains it in layman's terms for simple folk like me. But anyways, she's talking about Havana Syndrome in this episode, and I think it's very interesting. I do have some comments on that. Savannah, did I say Savannah? Havana Syndrome. I don't know, second guessing myself there. But anyways, she's one of my favorites, and I have comments on Havana Syndrome, and I think a lot of people understand that already, but like, it's the technology behind it. It's literally targeters technology, and I feel like she definitely knows more than she's allowed to probably say. And the whole reason why the Havana Syndrome's being as pushed as a story is because they're starting to roll out the next phases of reality of what the world is experiencing, and a lot of it has to do with technology, signal intel stuff, and the good and bad that come with that. You know, technology, the best thing and the worst thing that happened to humanity. Now I can speak on some of the Havana Syndrome stuff, but that is literally, quite literally, Havana Syndrome is classified as it's more of an op targeted towards U.S. officials in the intelligence world and whatnot. Now, the tactics being implemented in Havana Syndrome, those have been going on for a long time. You know, civilians all around the world have been targeted with technology for a long time. But yeah, it's interesting topics, and I see why they're doing it. It's grounding for people that might experience some kind of symptoms along those lines, and it's supposed to trace back to, you know, it's supposed to be grounding for people experiencing that stuff, and you're supposed to be able to trace it back and say, like, you know, hey, you know, this is reality. You know, it's not all in your head necessarily, but your experiences are grounded in truth, right? Or they can be. So yeah, I don't doubt, like they said, some of the stuff is Russian, blah 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 blah, and that could be very true. Like I said, if they're doing it as an op, even if it's like a research and development training op, yes, the research or the intel collected suggests that a lot of Russian involvement, you know, and vice versa. We don't hear about Americans using signal technology to target other countries, right? Those are the stories we don't hear, and it's like, okay, well, it's all narrative control. But very interesting, and yeah, you should check out the full episode. I'm gonna drop a clip here, and I hope I don't get like flagged.
Welcome to the watch floor. I'm Sarah Adams. Welcome to the watch floor. I'm Sarah Adams. Let's quickly get something out of the way today. This episode is about Havana Syndrome. It's not about stress or mass hysteria or people imagining symptoms because their jobs are too hard. Those are all narratives that have been created so no one has to be accountable for a solution. Obviously, I come from the CIA. I know a number of people with Havana Syndrome.
It just felt like I was in like a pressure cooker.
And the pressure's just slowly like crushing your head. No one knew what it was, what to do, how to protect against it.
I had a friend just hit this last year by Havana Syndrome. I know a CIA case officer who died in the last year of Havana Syndrome, and she was literally my age.
The number of cases is escalating, with now more than 200 reported cases around the world.
When we talk about these people who are affected by this, these aren't fragile people. They're not anxious.